Hello and welcome to this course. In this class, we'll be looking at the concept of PIPS and how to calculate PIPS in the Forex market. Now, it will interest you that for you to make a profit or for you to make a loss, it must be in PIPS. Now, what is PIPS? PIPS can actually be seen as the fractional difference of price from one point to another. The word PIPS, which is PIPS, simply means percentage interest point or price interest point. Now, if you notice, if I should pick up my crosshair from here and I paste it at this level, then I will withhold my crosshair from the left angle, then I will drag it from the right hand, from the cross. Now, the journey that this market have traveled over time is calculated in what? In pips. So if for instance I'm in that direction, I predicted that price is going to buy, I'll be calculating my profit in pips. If I equally predicted I'm going to be selling and price moves against me, I'm going to be calculating that in pips. So my profit is going to be in pips or my loss is going to be in pips. So it's actually the distance traveled whenever you are placing a trade. All right, whenever you place a trade and price moves according to the direction you predicted it's actually calculated in what? In pips. Now, if it moves against you, is equally calculated what? In pips. So in this course, we're going to be looking at how to calculate pips in currency pairs, commodities, and in stock. Equally, how to calculate pips in crypto. Now, when you go to your quotes, you see different instruments here. Now we have the Euro USD, the USD card, the USD CHF, we have the AUD USD, we have the GBP USD, we have the NZD USD, we have the AXAU USD. Now these instruments are called major currency pairs because they are paired alongside the USD. All these currencies are called the major currency pairs in the market. So for instance now, the fractional difference between a price is usually calculated. The fractional difference in price is pips, which we have said that is price interest point. That's pips. So whenever price moves the difference between price A and price B is known as pips. Now, if you look at this figure here, you find out that there is slight difference between this range and this particular range. So this one is known as pips. Right, this one is reading 28 and this one is actually reading 29. If you subtract this one from this one, you'll be having 0.001 into 4 decimal places. So the fourth decimal point is known as 1 pips. If it's in 2 decimal points, it is in tenths. If it's in 3 decimal points, is in what? In hundreds. So in our simple arithmetic, if something is in 1 decimal point, is in 1, is in units. If in 2 decimal points, is in tens. If it's in 3 decimal points, is in hundreds. Then if it's in 4 decimal points, is in what? In thousands. So aside all these instruments here, every other instrument in the market, including the JPY pairs, every other pairs, aside these instruments here, every other pairs, including the JPY pairs, are all in 4 decimal points. The JPY pair is in 2 decimal points. The gold pairs and every other pair in the market are in 2 decimal points. Now you can see this instrument here. This is gold. It's actually in 2 decimal points. So if for instance we are looking at the fractional difference between this and this here, you can see that this is the fractional difference. So if you subtract this one from this one, you getting your pips. So you now know how many pips you are making in the market, or how many pips you are not making in the market. So this is it here. This one is in units, tens, and hundreds. All right, units, tens, and hundreds. So whenever you subtract any number and you're having a whole number from particular, let me say a gold now, you're going to be calculated in 100. Let me say if it's in 1, it's in 100 pips. If it's in 2, is in what? Is actually more. So that is how we calculate pips in the market. So pips is actually the fractional difference in price. Now these are different instruments that I've also added into the portfolio, into our quotes, right? So these are different instruments. We have the BTC, we have the AUD JPY, we have the USD JPY. Now any pair that has JPY are always in 2 decimal points. Any pair that ends with JPY, any of the currency pairs that end with JPY always have 2 decimal points. That is, the pips has been calculated in 2 decimal points. Now the BTC, as I said earlier on, BTC is a crypto. is also calculated into 2 decimal point also. Now we have for the synthetic indices, they are also in 2 decimal points. You can see all the synthetic. We have the US 30 is an indices also, is also in 2 decimal points. So aside currency pairs that exclude the JPY pairs, apart major currency pair that exclude, all right, so aside the major currency pair that exclude the JPY pairs, all right, they are all in 4 decimal points. Now you'll be wondering why there's this point over there. You can see something that look like a 7 here, and something that look like a 3 here, something that look like a 5 here, and something that look like a 5 over here, like look like a raised to power. Now all these ones that look like raised to power are also are called they are fractional pips. They are called pipettes. They are insignificant when it comes to calculation of pips in the market. So in the next course, I'm going to be showing us how to calculate pips on different currency pairs or different instruments in the market. So I'll be looking at the euro, I'll be looking at the US 30, the index, and also I'm going to be looking at gold. So I'm going to be picking 4 consecutive instruments, and I'll show you how to calculate the pips, the fractional difference, which I actually said that is a pips. So no, mind you that for you to make profit in the market or for you to have a loss in the market, it is being calculated in what? In pips. Because pips for markets, for price for markets to give you a profit, it must have a move. Like we always have in physics, they say that an object will always be in a state of rest until it's being forced or pushed by external force. So that external force is you triggering the market to either a buy or to a sell. So if for instance you are buying and market move to a sell, you have seen that you are going to be losing, all right, and as you are losing, your loss is calculated in pips. If for instance you place a trade and your trade is going on profit, now your profit is calculated in pips. So these are the things we need to understand while calculating in the forex market. So in the next course, I'm going to be showing you guys how to calculate different instruments and how to calculate their pips. So as I've said earlier on, these are pips are really calculated in 4 decimal points in major currency pairs, excluding the JPY pairs and other instruments in the market, excluding the JPY pairs and other instruments in the market. So major currency pairs like the Euro USD, the USD CAD, the USD CHF, and the USD GBP USD, they all have 4 decimal points, excluding those ones that have the JPY pairs. So in the next course, I'm going to be showing us how to calculate pips on different instruments in the market.